y'all, and welcome to the live show for Allthequeensmen Season 3. Now, y'all already know that we keep it real, fun, and unfiltered around here, so grab your wine or whatever you're drinking on, and let's get into it.
I'm gonna keep it hood. Bolo.
I was like, ooh, I could see myself right there.
Shower scene was the best one, hands down, to me, in my opinion, so I give it like 100, to be honest.
For me, it's definitely a 10. A 10. Yes, I would have gotten a shower. Yes, I would have been ready to switch. Yes, I would have been up in Bolo's shower. Yeah, we would have been done acting.
That part.
10.
Are you ready to get wet, hot, and steamy? Are you ready for Amp, Babyface, Doc, El Fuego, and Midnight?
Yes,
absolutely.
Well, sit back and relax as we take this virtual ride to Club Eden with your girls.
Listen, y'all, I don't know why these doggone intros don't want to act right, but it's all good. We're going to get this thing started. What up to my girls? We got Nita the Diva. We got Candy Love. We got Tamika's Thing. And definitely can't do this thing without the one and only EJ, the TV junkie. What's up, EJ? What's up, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Okay. Y'all ready for listen, ladies. Let's just be real. Who are we looking forward to more in this whole Super Bowl situation? Are we here for the actual game?
Usher, that's all we coming for.
That's the Usher concert, baby. I'm ready. I'm dressed.
That part. That's all I'm waiting on as well. Shout out to the chat. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Queen, for tapping in. Lady Virtue 1 for tapping in. KIM for tapping in. Thank you all for tapping in on this Usher Super Bowl Sunday, okay?
Amen.
Listen, and thank y'all so much for accommodating us. Because I know everybody want to tap into the Super Bowl. It's primarily Usher, but I know everyone wants to tap in. So thank you all for accommodating us. For allowing us to be able to do this thing a little bit earlier than we normally do. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's see if this will work out of the whole. Anyway, I ain't gonna even go off on the computer. Let's just see if this works, y'all. Listen, okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. And it starts off with the kaboom of Fuego. We saw that Fuego's vehicle had been messed up. Just whole messed up. Like, I felt so bad for him. Like, he was like, but you know what? I'm gonna just say this, and this is when Fuego lost his mind a little bit, because he was like, he wasn't concerned about the fact that his car just blown up and that he wasn't in the car. He was more concerned about the fact that they blew up his Lexus. So y'all talk to me, starting with Nita, EJ, Candy, and then Tamika. Let me know your thoughts on that particular scene.
Girl, your boy is worrying about the wrong things. That's all I'm saying. He's worried about the wrong things, baby. Listen, we know I don't want to be like that. Let me not say that, because I don't want to offend anybody. So we know he be on his little tip or whatever. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. If you do, you do. But this whole thing, I was like, he was just worried about the wrong thing. So that's all about that. But I'm glad he wasn't in it. I'm glad everybody was good. And that's it.
Right. Because Midnight was like, if they wanted you, they would have waited until you got into the vehicle to do something. But somebody was just sending you a message. So EJ, talk to me.
You on mute?
Mute. She talking too, boy.
I got her.
My bad. Here we go. I'm in it. Okay, so No, he was worried about the absolute wrong thing. That was just a warning message. That's all that was. But you know, Fuego is kind of winning me over a little bit, y'all. Like he's starting to do better, and I'm pretty proud of him. But in this moment, I was like, bruh, come on now, wrong thing. But you know,
Right. Candy, what were your thoughts? And specifically the scene where Babyface actually came out and actually cared about somebody for a second more than himself.
like a half a second, girl.
Half a
Like
second,
a half
like
a
half a
second.
second.
A half a second because he had to throw himself in it. I'm glad I didn't park over there. I want to say I wish you had a. I wish you had a parked over there. But back to El Fuego. Like EJ, he is kind of winning me over just a little bit. Um, he was worried about the wrong thing, but they didn't even talk about the fight, so that kind of threw me off too. But you know, I'm glad he wasn't in the car. But yeah, he worried about the wrong thing.
Yep. Listen, I'll take a fight over a kaboom any day. So I guess when, like you said, all of that action, that little boxing action went out the window when he saw what happened to that vehicle. Tamika, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in shock. It was the shock of it all. He done had his car, get taken out. He done had to fight out here in these streets. So I think he just was in shock. and it was just, all of them kind of had their little joking moments because Babyface, even though, we'll get on him later, but he was over here talking about he must have put it on some lady and a lady did it. And it's like, no. He said, I know I'll be doing some stuff out here, but you must have took it to another level. But yeah, I think it was just the shock of it all.
Right. And Babyface is just accustomed to his reckless lifestyle with women. So I'm sure that's where his thought process for sure was that. I also like the fact that Midnight said, let me take you home.
Yes.
But Babyface, go talk to Madam. Go let Madam know what was going on. So Midnight is always thinking on his feet. I don't know what I guess he's so loyal to Madam. He knows he's been through so many things, just like he said, that he kind of knows how to react in any circumstance or situation. So talk to me, EJ, about your girl.
Last week
Go ahead, Nita.
We said that last week we said that Midnight is the most loyal. I think we kind of all agreed on that. And you see how he thinks on his feet. He could be like a replacement for Tommy if something happens.
True. But can he put it down like Tommy? That's the question, because that's the only reason matter keeping him around.
Right, absolutely. I don't know about that because he's used to getting served. He's not used to serving, so we'll see.
Okay. All right. So EJ, we see the one and only Madam, and she gets off the phone with Concierge. He's sending her a message talking about meet him at XYZ. And the Wonder Twins are in the background saying, Madam, you can't do that right now. You can't, just go and talk to me about Madam anyway in this whole circumstance and situation.
I mean, honestly, I never expected her to go meet up with him at all. But I always like the way that she kind of entertains what he says. It's always this little game with them. And it is true Madam fashion. She says, she's not going to do it. She just always leaves things open, and I love how she does that. She don't say no exactly. It's almost like you just know what it is. It is what it is. And what's up, Lemon Kush Pepper? But yeah, that's my girl. I love me some Madam, y'all. Shout out to the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Okay. And Tamika, what are your thoughts on Madam?
I'm sorry. What was happening here again? I'm sorry, y'all.
It's all good. We can let Nita chime in. We'll just just let me know your thoughts on the scene with Madam and Concierge calling and let her know.
Yeah, I'm tired of him calling. Like, get your ass here, do what you gotta do. You keep calling and texting. That's how I felt about that.
I feel like that's Madam right about now. She was like, just put up or show up. Like, she's just like over it, just like we're over it, right? I'm over it. I'm over the calls. I'm over the text messages. I'm over all this stuff. Like, I'm telling you, 2 episodes, the funeral scene. Come on, we gotta up the ante. We gotta do something. Like, yeah, no, that's where I'm at. I'm like, cut it out with all the phone calls. Like, what is that?
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
Too
Candy, you have anything to say in regards to Madam, or you could dive right into where Babyface goes in and lets Madam know what has just happened.
Well, Madam, I don't know what to say about. Well, that's my girl, as EJ would say. But I wish he would just tell him to put up or shut up. Like, do something. Like, stop all this jibber jabber talking. We gonna meet. We not. Y'all gonna unalive me or not? I know I'm jumping ahead, but it's just too much with the concierge and Madam. All this texting back and forth. Babyface, on the other hand, he came in and gave the information, and I don't know how they didn't hear it. Nobody heard it. I guess maybe it's soundproofing it. I'm not sure, but they was just like, his response was just lackadaisical. Like, his car blew up. I don't know. I was expecting more dramatics. I don't know.
Yeah, I was surprised that Babyface was the one to come convey the information. So that was kind of weird to me.
Midnight told him to, though. That's the only reason why.
Oh,
right. Yeah, because they had to get on through. Because Midnight had things to do, so he wanted to go ahead and be a good Samaritan and drop Fuego off because Midnight had some things to bang.
Right. Listen, I'm just glad the little guard dog, Blue, didn't stop him from actually going into the office. She's good at preventing people from getting the message across. So I'm glad she said she just went ahead and let him in after Madam heard the voice and all of that. She let him in. He relayed the message that something went down outside. I need Madam to step outside. And Madam goes outside and she sees that Fuego's car has been destroyed, and she goes automatically into action by telling Tommy, hey, get rid of that. We don't need the popo here, inspecting a burning vehicle on the property. Then we get to this right here. I'm just going to jump to Davis. And listen, she went to get some of the DOC, and literally the DOC, not him put the work in on her.
Take out that old vial. Take out that old vial and put in another vial.
Okay.
Just choose another vial and you'll know what she came to get.
AEIOU, which one?
Nita, I know you got something to say about this scene because that's your girl. Davis is your girl. What? Talk to me. Girl, I was laughing so hard at EJ, her reaction as soon as this clip came up, because we were probably thinking the same exact thing. I was like, the only thing that read funny for me on this particular scene was how I was like, dang, she didn't even get up there to step to the mic, and I was like, if you don't cut it out, Doc, it's not that serious. I mean, I feel like she probably just touched the tip. I'm like,
oh, maybe she got that throat action where he was just like, you did that.
Listen. I was cracking up. But yeah, she got exactly what she wanted, and baby, say hello to the mic.
All right. Okay. Do y'all think Davis is completely gone, y'all? Do y'all think Davis is just completely gone? Bump the police. Do y'all think anybody can chime in? Do y'all think she's gone at this point? Like she's just trying to get her money and she's out of there. Say she doofus. Bump the kids.
I think that there is a very strong chance if Doc was to proposition her some kind of way, but I still feel like she still is kind of hanging on to a little bit of that badge. So we'll see. But I'm just saying, like, if it sound right, if it look right, if it tastes right, like this. she might be deuces, you know what I'm saying? So.
Correct.
I love how she came in with the badge on, though. That was it for me. I said, girl, not the hell you didn't come in there with that badge on like this. Woo! I love Davis, y'all, right about now. Y'all know I couldn't stand her for like forever. But for whatever reason, Davis is winning me over a little bit just for the sure fact that she just like, forget it. I'm gonna show up at your house and I'm gonna get this, D.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. Yeah, but yeah, y'all know what I mean.
Do y'all find it funny that we have not seen Doc with any other women since he been dealing with her though?
I was shocked at that. I did. Cause I'm like, okay, I know Doc normally put in that work, but is the money that David's getting from Madam, is she literally giving him the whole stack? Like what is going on? That he don't need other clients?
He on an assignment, y'all. He on an assignment. He got to make sure that he keep her happy so she can keep
You
giving
know how
out
he
that
operate.
information. This
That's
all about Madam right here. He like, I got to make sure that Madam is straight, so I got to D her down.
That is true. That is true.
But he's definitely doing that. There was literally no real conversation between them. It felt what you want to do, what you want to do, what you want to do. Like that was literally it. So
that was interesting to me though, that she just popped up and he was like, you just popping up and you can call before you come. Like, what if another chick was in there? Was she about to kick them out? Use that bag to kick them out the house?
Go.
Right, y'all. So then we see Madam. She's made her way over to El Fuego's apartment. I ain't gonna even get my commentary on El Fuego because y'all say I'm biased. Let me start with Nita. Let's go, Nita. What are your? I am. So I'm gonna let Nita dive in on this. So then we'll go Nita, Tamika, Candy, and then EJ.
Okay, well, as far as this whole thing, I think they were just trying to make sure that he was still down. She replaced his car. Did she give him a new car and all that stuff? Is that what this scene was about?
Well, this particular scene was where she went to him just to talk to him about what happened. She appreciated him for basically staying 10 toes down with her. She understands that he is going through a lot because of her, and she just wanted to basically just check in on him.
Oh, okay. What I mean, that was fine. I thought this was the scene that she offered the car or whatever. So I'm sorry.
We gonna get there because it was a funny moment in that particular scene. So
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump on that or whatever. But yeah, I'm glad that she is checking in on him because I feel like when Cadillac gave her like the warning, I think that she's trying to keep it in the back of her mind that we need to kind of like handle him with kid gloves and we need to make sure we're moving properly. You can't sometimes if somebody is on the edge of possibly breaking, you definitely don't want to put the pressure on him like she kind of does with Trouble and how she kind of does with other people. So yeah, I'm cool with her how she handled that and how she's handling him.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like he's a good dude. I give him all kinds of pressure because of, but but at the end of the day, I do think he has good morals and values, and I think he's an overall good dude. And so yeah, so I mean, I'm cool with it.
Okay. We can go down the line if y'all. Matter of fact, let's just slide on over because that's a gimme right there. That's literally a gimme with that whole conversation with Madam. This one right here, EJ, talk to me about Dime and Doggone and look at his abs though. Like he working on it, and I see the progress. Shout out to you, Sky Black. But anyway, talk to me, EJ, about Dime and
And shout out to you. Yes. I thought this was I really thought this was a really good scene. I've been on the edge of I really don't care about these two, whether they get together or not, to be honest. But I think it's a given that Dime actually still cares about him. Otherwise, she wouldn't be there at all, regardless of what Big D thinks, because she feeling me. I'm like, dude, she really not. But and I think the fact that Amp is coming to her, apologizing, and really trying to make amends, I was happy to see that Amp is really putting in this effort and that he's really trying. Once again, I still don't care if they get together, if they don't get together, but I just like the fact that we're getting like these glimpses of the old Amp with a little edge to him, like not so so stern and straight, but he still has this little edge to him, enough edge that he can be part of Madam Crew. You know what I'm saying? But yet still carry himself in a way that is not as holish or to the point where you just hate the character. So I really enjoyed that part. I think they're going to get back together. If they do, that's great. It's just I'm not team nobody at this point. I'm just like, okay, get back together or don't.
Right. We got Moochie. Moochie has popped in. Moochie, what are your thoughts? Hey, what are your thoughts on I know you didn't really care too much about them last week, but how do you feel about them this time around?
No, remember I asked y'all the beginning of this season, do you see them getting back together? And y'all was telling me no. I stick with my gut with this one too. I for some reason I saw that he was gonna turn himself around. He's trying to redeem himself, and she's still kind of standoffish because of the way how nasty he was to her. He was disgusting towards her, and if he's nasty to her because of what he went through with Madam, or is he nasty to her because his addiction? And that's probably why she's on the fence, and that's how I saw it.
Okay. Anyone else? Would anyone else like to chime in on? That's very good though. And by the way, his name is Addiction. That's his stage name. But yeah, he was very, very cruel to her. She also knows that he unalived somebody in the shower. So it's like it's kind of. It's almost
that was because his addiction and rough,
right? Because of his addiction, but it's like she wants to touch him, but it's almost like she doesn't know if what she's feeling is normal. Should I want this man to touch me, considering everything that he has done? I understand he has an addiction, but should I really? Is it normal for me to want him to put hands on me? Is this is there something wrong with me that I am okay with this? So I think Diamond, like you said, she's questioning a lot of her own actions in the midst of her feelings toward Amp.
Yeah, right. And I think he hasn't really. I mean, I understand all this sweet talk. He's making amends. He's trying to do the right thing or whatever. But I feel like he's still I feel like what she's trying to say to him is still kind of getting lost in translation. She's like, you need to really work on yourself because of what happened with the first girl, what got him landed in the Bing, all the stuff that has happened, and how he treated her. I feel like at this point it's almost like self-preservation. And if you weren't having these kind of feelings, I would be looking at you sideways, girl. Like, girl, what? Like, come on, let's take a breath, because these episodes are pretty quick. They're like kind of day by day or something like that. It's not really like a lot of time is spaced out and stuff like that. And I feel like it's really, really like, I'm glad that she's questioning those things and she's being hesitant. So that's how.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
I do agree. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I do appreciate that he said he went to some AA meetings and he definitely is trying to put in the work, but we got to see it. You got to show the action. You can't just think you're gonna apologize, today and then we gonna just get back together. But she was getting a little weak in the knees for a minute, but she had to catch herself and pull back and be like, yeah, we definitely got to see you doing a little bit more for a little bit longer. Too quick.
Right. he still got that hot head. He's still popping off with Big D. So to me, as an audience or as a viewer, like, if you're not really showing me any progress because you're still going off on Big D, who should be
that's different. That's different, Tika. That's different. That's jealousy.
I still feel like a ticky boom that's waiting to happen.
I just think that's jealousy, because if anything, he should have been going off on Babyface. Like, he really should have been like going off on him with his messy self. But I feel like he's jealous of Big D because Dime gave him her time, and then he saw them, caught them at the motel, wherever they was. I think it was a motel somewhere. I can't remember. But you remember when he came and he had casting over body and the thing. I think it's different with them two just because they're standing off fighting over a woman. So I think that there's going to be animosity between them. That if it was just random people, I would say he ain't even trying. But I feel like this is very targeted and it's for one specific person.
Gotcha.
That's just my thought.
Gotcha. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna start with Tamika. We see that Trouble. I like that little bike that she's on. That's I wouldn't get that low to the ground, but shout out to her for that. But anyway, we see she receives a call from y'all one and only Ray Sean. They done locked Ray Sean up, y'all. Tamika, talk to me about Ray Sean.
Girl, I said y'all better get Ray Sean out of there. Mm-hmm. Oh, my poor baby. I was so mad that they caught him.
He is not built.
Yes, and he said it like, I cannot stay in here.
Yeah. Moochie, what did you feel about Rayshawn? And then we'll go to Candy.
I agree with Tamika. I was like, yo, if they leave him in there and that woman that want to put Madam under the jail get a hold of him, they will flip that boy. I was so glad that they got him out so fast. Even though Trouble was trying to use that as her get back in with Madam Good card. But I like the fact that Madam got him out so fast and she played it cool. So I want to see where this goes. I want to see if she's going to get this boy a good lawyer. And I'm here for it.
I think so.
Right.
I think
right.
So. The fact of what all he went through, and Madam knows kind of like, how twisted Miss Tandy and they are. And I felt like it was a level of empathy that she kind of like, it wasn't no questions asked. She went up there. It didn't even feel like she didn't even had a bail amount of money. She just went up there with the cash, like whatever it is, I'm going to get him out of here. So I love that. And I was like, oh my God, that was just crazy. But where's he at? Well, I thought you was in hiding, boy. What are you doing? Were you at the 7-Eleven? How did they get you? You were supposed to be in hiding. How did they
not the 7-Eleven?
To me, it was Trouble and Champ's fault, if you ask me. They put in, it seemed like they did some kind of dry snitching.
Talk too much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they did, but at the same time, they was already looking for him. He was always a person of interest. But I was like, nobody knew where he was, so I was just so surprised they found him like that. That was just weird.
Okay, Candy Love, tap in real quick. Tap in on Rayshawn.
Oh, poor Tink Tink. I was like, Lord, you see how he hugging the phone, y'all. He hugging somebody please rescue him ASAP to the pronto. He seemed like he about to slide down the wall.
You said Tink Tink.
Yeah. But why Rayshawn? Why is Trouble the only number that Rayshawn has? Like, he at this point really considers Trouble a friend, considering it don't matter that they help him get into this situation. He actually considers Trouble a friend, and the fact
that he said to her, you a good person. I said, no, she ain't.
Yeah. Well, and her response to him was ugly. I didn't like the way she responded to him.
But she didn't. What is she gonna do? She didn't have $250K. So
no, but she said, "I don't know you like that to be, like, bro, huh?"
And she don't. She don't know.
But why? I'm about to slide down this wall. You don't tell me nothing like that. I'm hugging the phone. Don't do that.
Oh my God,
Darius, you going? Let's be honest here now. This is a coworker at a strip club that happens to call your cell phone, and he wants $250K for bail. Which you already don't have. Even if I did have it, I wouldn't give it to you. I'm sorry, you on your own, my nigga. You done.
No, I get that part of it, but I think it also has to be taken into context that y'all know the frame of mind that Rayshawn is in. You know what he went through, and y'all didn't mind manipulating and using him to y'all advantage when y'all thought y'all was gonna get all that daggone money. And you know what I mean? So
I'm with Tamika.
Yeah, I just think that was ugly how she handled him. Like, I didn't like that.
I didn't like this either, but that's how life is. You be doing
It
stuff
is.
with people, and then you
It
on your
is.
own once you get caught.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
I will
That's
say this
for real with you. That you act like this don't really happen with people.
You're right, but I'm just saying, just good God.
Look, I'm just saying. Look, it does.
Yeah.
I understand the empathy side. I absolutely understand the empathy side that Trouble could have displayed a little bit more empathy towards Rayshawn's situation. I also
agree.
understood that I don't know you like that, man. Like, I understand both sides of the situation. So it's like, if Trouble had responded any other way, I wouldn't see her being Trouble. Trouble was just being herself. So, it's all good. We're going to find out later on how Trouble truly reacts towards the situation with Rayshawn, which is going to be beneficial for Rayshawn. So now, moving on, we do
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that there also could be the thought process of Rayshawn remembering that they got the money. He doesn't know that Madam made them give the money back. And this also could be a reasoning why he thought he could ask them for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a thought process, because I really contemplated on that. I was like, why you at, like, she ain't got that kind of money. I was like, but what if he thinks that she still has the money? So that was another thought process that I thought about.
That would be the worst phone to say that what you have on there. They record those calls.
I mean, he's not gonna say it. I'm saying maybe that was
he shouldn't even asked about it.
But he didn't ask about it. He was just thinking in his mind, you have the money. Like, you might actually have the money to get me out of this situation. So let me just go ahead and call you, considering the fact I know that y'all, supposedly took some money from Tandy and her husband. But he never said you got the money. He never said that. He just asked. And she said, I ain't got it like that. But I will figure out a way, to help you out. So
I mean, she did. I think she came through.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We see where Madam is in the bed. Like, listen, I'm gonna say this. I don't know what, and I don't even in the women like that. But Madam got her skin all glowed up and looking all sexy and that. And in comes the one and only Tommy with the plate, y'all. This man forever bringing some food. Come feed me. Can I get some of Tommy's pancakes? You know what I mean?
Don't he make cookies too?
Yes. Benedicts, all of the above.
Cookies and all sorts of muffins and stuff.
And he asked her though, y'all, you want me to
That girl's fantasy.
Girl. I would have had a laundry list for him, facing the place.
A dude that look good and could bake.
All of the stuff. Like, what are you talking about, man?
And know how to eat the cookie?
Her mind. Maybe she got
and don't mind.
Right.
That's the best part. He don't mind.
No, that's right.
After Madam sends Tommy on his way, she makes a phone call to Big D. Who anybody can tap in. Let me know your thoughts on her giving instructions to Big D. The conversation.
I said about Tom. Big D, little D. Now we got a happy D because she said that's a happy ninja. He needed to do some damn work. We ain't see him doing nothing since he freaking got another chance but chasing up the Dom. So I was happy she told him go down here and find out what's going on. Talk to Casanova, see what they got on Fuego. I was like, yeah, put him to work, make him useful. Exactly. Besides walking around with his damn bun.
Which I do like, by the way. I love that man bun. Not too many men can pull it off, but I'm telling you, Big D, he pulls it off, baby. I'm telling you.
With his bun and his bulge.
Yes.
Oh, this mother right here.
We see this new couple booed up. She understands and realizes that Tandy realizes that she's winning. Lily Watson understands that she's about to become mayor, and of course, the first thing that come out of his mouth is him leveling up to get his car. Like, that's the only thing that Babyface really cares about. Anybody have anything to say about Babyface?
I do.
I got a lot to say about Babyface.
Go ahead, EJ, get him.
Because I cannot stand Babyface, y'all. Like, I've been going off on him like for the longest. Like, somewhere down the line, this character shifted so badly, and I feel like it has been nothing but negative since then. Because in the very beginning, Babyface was kind of a character that I actually really enjoyed it initially, and then all of a sudden there was this big character switch with him, and all of a sudden he just turned into this person that was extremely selfish. All of these guys are already selfish except for Fuego. All of them are already selfish, but like he has taken it to the next level. And the fact that he doesn't care about anything from the first scene that we came in on, when he was talking to El Fuego, when the car just blew up, no empathy. Are y'all all right? I don't account that as empathy. That was fake. That was just like, because you followed it up with I'm glad my car wasn't over there. I'm glad this. And I just hate that about this character. I hate what he did in the other scene, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But this character just sucks so bad to me. Like, now he could get anything, and I'd be like, I don't care. But I do like the fact that he is loyal to Madam, and that's the only thing that he gets from me, and that's because I love Madam. I'm done.
True indeed.
Right.
Anybody else? Dive in on Babyface. I don't have nothing
Yeah.
to
I was already in the comments going.
I was waiting to go next.
Okay,
go ahead, Nita. No, go.
Oh, okay, no. I was just saying that every time I see him, he just looks like a snake to me, like hissing, like, ugh. Like, shout out to Megan for his and snake and all that. Baby, he just looks like a snake. I have never seen anybody so self-serving and just unapologetic about it. It's just so like, usually sometimes people put on fronts or whatever, but him, nothing. But I'm waiting for him to get his. But Trouble is first. Our girl Trouble, she needs to get hers first, and then Babyface. But yeah, no, I cannot mess with him. I do not like him at all.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm ready.
Go ahead.
What I don't like most about him, he still thinks like a kid. Like, the first thing you think about is a doggone car instead of a roof over your head. You should have her get you a roof over your head first, man. What is you doing? You wilding. He's gonna look like he's gonna be implicated in this whole thing once them video cameras come up. And it's gonna look like them two was in cahoots together to take the husband down.
Now that'll be some stink.
That is true, Moochie.
That's my prediction.
Because they're not even moving. You know how sometimes you want to kind of have like some type of distance from something, so people won't be trying.
This is gonna come back. This is gonna come back on Babyface hard, because that whole Miss Patty situation wasn't really cleared up. Ooh, and now he's gonna look like a Black Widow, yo.
Yeah.
For real. Because look, everybody's husband or somebody, kicks the bucket when he's around or he's in the equation.
Right. And then what if Miss Tandy end up stinking?
Exactly.
Come on.
Somebody asked, why doesn't he have a place to live? Well, Miss Patty used to fund his housing. She had an apartment for him, and prior to her being unalive, Miss Patty put him out, took the furniture, everything.
She took everything. She took the car. She took everything.
So he's been bouncing from couch to couch.
That's
why he don't have a place to live, and he got his priorities all jacked up.
All the money.
Yeah, I've been saying that since the beginning, and I said the same thing when I was doing my review. He over here worried about that. I got a feeling when she win this mayor race, because I guess he just thinking he gonna be able to move in with her. Is he thinking she about to marry him? I don't know what the hell he thinking, but she gonna leave him in the damn dust.
You right. He really think he's gonna be like a kept man, and that's what he's been aiming for all along. With
right,
Patty, kept man. All he had to do was throw it a D every now and then. And now, same situation here.
Okay. All right. So then we're at the police department and we see G.A. Ross as well as we only know him as Casanova. And we got Big D doing his job in the background, ear hustling. He hears all of the plan to when Tandy becomes mayor, we're going to basically take down Madam. So he's ear hustling it. And finally, for the first time in Big D's appearance on the show, he's finally in the right place at the right time. Candy Love, give us a little insight on Big D as well as Casanova and D.A. Rods, the interaction.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because my printer is okay. So with D.A. Rods and Casanova, they are talking about once Tandy wins that they could take down Madam, but little do they know Madam got other plans for Tandy. And they don't know that, but you got little Big D, Nasty D, Baby D, ear hustling, getting all the information that he, needs to give Madam. He's not getting any information that she really, really wants. He's just getting some, I'm going to say that's basic information. It was good information, but to me it was kind of basic because it wasn't anything on Fuego, which is what they're really, really looking for. However, what he did give to Madam was some good basic information on that. That's all he could get from Casanova.
Right. Okay. And then we're gonna move on. We see Trouble and we see Champ having their conversation. Who would like to chime in on these two? Anybody can dive in on these two. I'm just like, please. They trying to get set up to take somebody's funds and might end up taking the wrong person, might be connected to Madam. But what are y'all thoughts? Anybody can tap in.
I think these is he's Champ is dumb. And if Trouble follow him, she's crazy. This don't even sound like he even know who the target really is, what they about. How much reconnaissance did you do that you want to attack this man or whoever it is? Do you? And just like what y'all said, they don't know who he's connected to. I think these two is not gonna look good for them soon, especially if Madam get wind of this.
Yeah, they're too reckless for me. Mm-hmm. Like they just don't think it out. They don't really have a plan. They just kind of like fly by the seat of their pants and, oh yeah, we can do this, and then they think they're gonna get away with it. I don't know. This is the weakest storyline. I don't like it. We can get rid of it. I feel like we can have really like the Men of Eden really do the real carrying the storyline. I don't like the amateurs, and I don't like what they give.
Why do I feel like Champ is like attracted to Trouble? I just, the way he's like he compliments her regardless of her lifestyle. She's still a woman. She's still Trouble, and he's always complimenting her. It's like you're looking good. Like, where did that come from?
Do you think something could happen with them, Tika?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel like he's bringing an attraction, like he has an attraction towards her.
It is some kind of like tension between him, like he has it for her.
Nah, I don't see that.
He really does. He seemed like he seemed like, how somebody be like, I wonder if I could get that, like, just to find out.
Oh wow.
Anyhow,
well, you do have people that do that in real life.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's how they have babies. The studs have babies because they do go with regular, because they do have a vagina. So but hey.
Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the lesson in studism. I appreciate it.
I mean, I know people. I know people.
I'm just messing with you.
We're gonna move on from Champ and Trouble. We'll move on from Trouble and Champ.
She started it.
My bad, y'all. I just was asking because he's always complimenting her. But we're gonna move on. We see that Madam has received multiple text messages from concierge, and the last text says that to let you know that she says, "What do you want?" And he replies, "To let you know that there's nothing else I can do for you. My father-in-law wants you unalive, and there's no way around it." So EJ, talk to me. Talk to me about this message to Madam and from concierge.
I'm sick of him, like Nita said earlier. I'm so tired of him sending these old fake ass warnings. Like either you gonna be about it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop sending these messages. You're not trying to protect me, because if you were trying to protect me, you wouldn't be shooting at me. You wouldn't have leaked all the footage. Like, you've never been trying to protect me at this point. Ever since we had beef, ever since I cut off your wife's head, we've been beefing. So, like, that message means nothing to me. I just need you to show up and do what you gonna do so we can move on.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah. I feel like he's toying with her, like playing with food.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Playing
she ain't
with
to
his
be
prey.
played with. That's my
Right.
girl. And she ain't to be played with.
That's my thing. Like, after a while, when you keep playing and playing and playing, nah. I think she's at the point that she's not playing no more. And so, I mean, I don't never think she was playing, but I feel like she's definitely not playing now. So she's keeping her calm. She's keeping her cool. I think that's partly because Cadillac is still alive. Now, if he wasn't, I don't know how she'll be handling all of the things that are happening. But yeah, I really think that she must have an ace in the hole with how calm she is. Do y'all see what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like she has something in the pocket just because she's not really, too much entertaining his shenanigans. So yeah.
But I mean, is he really being serious? Because last week when he texted her, he talking about you gonna meet me and that kind of thing turns you on. This week you talking about I'm disappointed that you ain't show up. What do this have to do with, you know what I mean? Your wife and her being deceased and her daddy wanting to come get me, talking about I can't do nothing else for you. What was you doing? What have you been doing for me? What have you done for me lately? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
he definitely playing.
I like this comment. I'm sorry, Tamika. I like this comment from One Journey though. She says, they say I'm not comfortable with her sitting with the window behind her. I think that is what I see. Yeah, there's definitely a window behind her. She definitely, if she's gonna watch her back, she needs to watch her back, front, left, right, side to side. Because at this point, we don't know what concierge is really, really going to do. And at this point, it's a whole cat and mouse game, catch me if you can type situation. I would hate it for her to whatever happened. And then in actuality, if concierge wanted her gone, he could have done it, whether she was in front of this window or anything. He could easily send something to detonate at her home. Like, he knows where she lives. All he has to do is drop it from the sky and it's over with. So it's a whole cat and mouse game. And at this point, Madam is kind of fed up with it. She's throwing the phone away. Well, come and get me if you're going to do something. Come do something about it. I'm not going to be a fool to just go to you either, though.
You remember how people be saying, if he wanted me dead, I'd be dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those type things. So I feel like she feels that way, especially after the funeral scene.
Right.
Because, hello, he could have got them. All of them.
Yep.
So obviously, it's more to that than that. So we'll see.
Right. So then we see Madam, and Madam is just driving his just off the chain with her driving. Poor Tommy is over there in the passenger seat talking about, Madam, can you slow down? Because I'm gonna be car sick. Like, but she, at that point, Madam was in her own zone. She receives a call from Fuego. Fuego lets her know he has something from some footage that she asked for from the hospital that she would like for him to see. Now, at this moment, we don't know exactly what this footage is, but she is back at the club and she's looking at this footage, but in walks Big D, and he's giving her, downloading her as to what is going on, what information he did and didn't get from Casanova from the police department, and definitely let her know that DA Roz is definitely working with Miss Tandy, and basically they're working together to try to, take her down. So anybody can tap in. Let me start with Candy Love. Let's go. Candy Love, what were your thoughts on what is it that she's looking at? And if you have an idea what you think she's actually looking at, tap in on that too.
Well, our brilliant girl EJ, the TV junkie, told us, I think maybe episode 2 of the season, that she thinks Tandy unalived her husband. So I'm thinking that's what El Fuego was able to get for Madam. So that's what she might be looking at. And hopefully that's what she's looking at. Well, she will, be able to get Rayshawn off the hook as well. For the unaliving part, I don't know if they'll do something about the hitting, but
Right.
I'm hoping that's what it is. And Big D is giving her the information about the two ladies working together to try to take her down, which we already know that's not going to happen, because I always jump ahead. Take the track shoes off, like Moochie say. But that's about it. Yeah, she's looking at the video from the hospital.
Okay. Anybody else like to chime in on that?
I wanted to say that with this thing, I'm glad that she has something on her finally, because she really thought she was like getting over on her Tandy. Like she really thought she was getting over. So I'm glad that Madam is like, she's getting somewhat of leverage with them, because it seemed like all of them are coming at her, and they think they got her. They think they got it on lock. They think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
I just have one thing to say. So I do think that that's what she's looking at, Candy. I think you're right about that. But I also think that it's going to implicate DA Roz as well. I think that when Tandy went up there to do what she did, I think there was a moment where we also saw, I can't remember what episode it was, where the DA Roz was supposed to be going to see Jack too. And I'm about 80% sure that it was around the same time that Tandy said that she was going back to the hospital. And what if there's a scenario where they did this together with this whole plan in mind, even though we think that the plan was from Madam to put Tandy there? What if that was really a thought process all along, but they just needed to get rid of Jack, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like DA Rod some kind of way is going to be implicated in this, and this is where she's going to get info on her as well, because right now she don't have anything on her. So I don't know. That's just kind of what I've been playing with.
Yeah, I want to see that tape so bad. The whole time she was watching it, I was like, "Show us, show us, show us," because I know El Fuego said it was something very interesting. I said, "Well, what the hell is it?"
I wanted to see it too. Like, was it her putting a pillow over his head or something like that? What did she see?
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought when I heard DA and Casanova talking, I heard her instruct him to go check on the guy in the hospital. I didn't think that she was going.
And she said, "I'm going to go check on Jack," and something like that, when she was talking, because Casanova not supposed to even be out nowhere. He's supposed to have his ass sitting down somewhere.
Right.
But
yeah, she had told him to make sure that any files or information on Jack disappear. Like, he was supposed to clean out, so they won't be able to find any, I guess anything they be doing out in these streets.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, y'all. So we get to see where Trouble makes her way back to the club. She finally gets Blue to. She talks to Blue. She lets Blue know that Rayshawn has made a phone call to her and that he's locked up. And can you at least tell Madam? Like, I really just don't like the fact that Blue is just I know Blue is Blue. You can't talk to Blue but 2 seconds and then, say what you gotta say and just walk away. But her dismissive attitude just works my nerves. What it is. At least she did relay the message to Madam. She let Madam know that Rashawn had been picked up by the popo and that he was down there. I'm gonna skip this because I'm over these two right here. I'm gonna skip this, but we do see Madam. She makes her way. Madam is a G for this. I get mad at Madam sometimes, but she's a G for this. She literally walked into the police station with a large sum of money requesting to get out Rayshawn Williams. EJ, this your girl. Talk to me. I know what you got to say.
I love this scene. It was one of my favorite scenes because at the end of the day, Madam always has a plan and there's always a reason for what the things that she does. But like somebody was saying earlier, I always feel like Madam, if you go back to season one showed us that she had a soft spot for people, especially people who have been abused, which is, when we met old girl and when she found out about that. So she's always had a soft spot for people like that. And I feel like even though Rashawn is annoying as he is, she still had a soft spot for him, and she was going to make sure that he didn't have to, stay in that situation. Now, is there a reasoning behind it? I always feel like Madam got another reason, but I do feel like that played a little bit of it. So I love this scene. I love the interaction between her and D.A. Roz. I think that D.A. Roz is in over her head and that she doesn't faze Madam not one single bit. She thinks she has the upper hand, but she's always playing her hand instead of holding the cards. She's always telling everybody what she has instead of keeping it close. And to me, that's going to be her biggest downfall, is that she's always talking. It's crazy.
Right. She's definitely revealing way too much. Like, you're talking too much. At this point, just let Madam say what she has to say and keep it moving. But you're basically, as they say, don't let the left hand know what the right is going to do. She's basically telling Madam this is what the plan is. So anybody else have any thoughts on Madam and D.A. Roz and this entire
I love this part. This was my favorite part too, even though we know that Rashawn, they wouldn't have been letting you out in 2.5 seconds like that. But I was happy. I said, yes, get my baby out of here. Run, Rashawn, run now. I loved her reading D.A. Rhodes down, and yeah, she talked too much. She never shut up. Like, big mouth. Girl, keep some things to yourself. So I just loved, Madam letting her know, like, you ain't on my level. You ain't ready for this yet. You ain't even going to see it coming when it hits you. I said, girl, don't write a check that your ass can't cash.
Right.
But y'all, did y'all hear Rayshawn? He said, Madam, I'm a little exhausted, but did you need me to go to the club? I'm a little tired. I'm like, Lord, poor baby. Oh my goodness.
Go lay down, Rayshawn. Go lay down.
Go take a bath and go lay down.
Right.
He was so
sweet, loyal
and
so sweet and so innocent. He was like, "Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam," because he don't have to be in that jail another night. Who knows what will happen if Rayshawn he brings off weak. So who knows what would actually happen to him if he has to spend another night in that jail. So salute to Madam for getting Rayshawn out. Salute to Madam for reading D.A. Roz, her rights, her lefts, and her ups and her bottoms. D.A. Roz was just absolutely doing way too much. Anybody else have anything? Go ahead.
Keep in mind, Rayshawn don't know that he doesn't know that he's a cop. Remember, he wasn't there when all of that happened. He left already.
Who's a cop?
The one that, not Big D.
Casanova.
I don't think he knew that.
Oh, you
because
said
he left after that. Yeah, well, anything could have happened. Like, they could have put him in the cell with him just to have him talking. You know how gullible he is.
Oh yeah.
And he could have said some stuff like, "They got me too" or something, and then have him talking. You know how he is. I know I'm running with it though.
No. The good thing about this is that Rayshawn actually doesn't know anything. And so he knows nothing about anything. So he can't implicate Madam in anything. The only thing he can do is implicate himself in whatever. because he actually knows nothing about the business, and Trouble is the only person in the amateur side that knows anything, because she walked in on, I think actually Ray Sean walked in with the body. That's about the only thing that he knows. But that doesn't implicate Madam. That implicates, what's his face?
And Midnight.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I think he knows out of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, y'all, this junk had me laughing. Like, why does everybody, every time Madam does something good for somebody, why do they want to hug Madam? Like, Madam's like, we don't hug, but I appreciate you for being grateful, because she ended up replacing his vehicle. She let him know that I appreciate you for, basically going through what you're going through, and it's all because of me. She acknowledges that, and he attempts to put a hug around her neck. I'm like, Fuego, you ain't got to hug, Madam. I'll come and give you that hug. Like, that's all they need. They all just need hugs. But anyway, the interaction between them, it gave a small hint of softer side to Madam, because she didn't have to go and replace his vehicle. She could have been like, oh, well, that's not my problem, even if it had something to do with me. But she went ahead and replaced it. And I like that he was willing and able to come to her and let her know, thank you, thank you for you doing that. You didn't have to do it, but thank you. So anybody had any commentary on Madam and Fuego's interaction?
I like this part. I like that Fuego is now getting on board. He did his part that he needed to do. He got him a new whip. I said, go ahead, boy. Now just keep going this direction and you'll be all right. Madam says she got you, and she got you.
Right. That part. So then, of course, the fellas in the locker room, primarily, what is it? Midnight was like, dang, can I get another car? And of course, Fuego lets him know, hey, if you want your truck to go kaboom, then that'll probably be the only way you get another car. We see the moment where these two interact, because once again, Messy behind Babyface has allowed Big D to come into the locker room. They have their interaction. It's to be expected at this point. We know that Big D as well as Amp are going to go back and forth. So moving forward, we see where Babyface is doing his dance routine. Miss Tandy is out there in the audience, watching her man. Nita, tell me about this interaction between Madam and Tandy, aka Lily Watson.
I can't even remember the scene. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. Anybody else?
Madam just had to put her in her place. It was funny to me that she said nobody runs me, because Madam was trying to let her know, like, I ran into your friend, and she told me how if you become, mayor, how y'all was gonna be coming after me and all this. She got to go, and she was trying to say she could control her. Yes, they've been friends for a long time. Don't worry about her. And she said nobody is, kind of like running me. I'm not nobody. I'm not anybody's puppet. And Mammoth said, yeah, you are. You mine. I hope y'all can understand me, because I'm more congested, yeah. Yeah, she just had to let her know, like, I'm the damn puppet master. You gonna do what I say. But can I just add that last scene when they was in the locker room? I really wanted freaking Amp though. He would have had my permission to ragtag daggone Babyface up and down that locker room. Babyface was definitely being a little bitch. I would have preferred he got on him than damn Little D. And I was trying to understand why he was busy peeking when him and Don was talking. Like, he doing too much. But yeah, she just had to check Tandy, let her know, remind her that, I'm the boss.
Yeah,
who the big dog is.
Right.
Ronnie.
Can we just can we respectfully ask that there be no more dance scenes of just Babyface by himself? Like, we need the group, because I'm
right. I was like, we don't
even like him. We don't even like him.
He's on my nerve.
Why did we do that? I was so upset.
Is he on the outs? Is he on the outs? That means, his knees is bad. He think he got this woman on God. I mean,
No,
it was
I
good.
feel
Even
like
like
he
Big
has-
D. Like, well, that made no sense. You don't even like Big D. You was just beefing with him on the last episode. I'm
I know.
True.
so messy.
Yeah, but I feel like I remember seeing scenes with just Babyface all the time. Like not all the time, but like if anybody was to do solos, I remember seeing Babyface always
They
being
used
a
to be
one or two
cute,
solos.
but
Yup.
now they not.
So
But
yeah,
they didn't
we
do
don't
that.
need to see it. I don't want to see it.
Okay, so who would y'all want to see?
Doc.
Dog.
Amp, dog,
I could look
Amp,
at Doc, Amp,
Doc.
Fuego.
amp, dog,
Definitely Fuego.
amp, dog.
Okay.
Anybody except Babyface. Anybody except
Anybody except for
Babyface.
him. I'd rather see
Messy face.
I'd rather see Trouble.
Okay. Oh, Beef at Midnight
Right.
over Babyface.
Okay.
I
See,
would want to
and
see
then
Fuego by
I mean,
himself.
I feel like he got like cheek implants, and that's the only reason why he got like a high face and a baby face.
Oh, Babyface, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what else is baby face about him, girl.
You know, yeah.
Okay.
Crystal
We
said
need
you
to
Doc or
update his name
Brandy.
because baby face.
Can we talk about Madam's that suit she has on? Can you go back to the other picture?
Girl,
a
I
little bit
like
thicker.
the shoulder pads. I remember when them
Please.
things was hot back
They
in the
had
day.
her down.
But her, look at it. Oh gosh, girl.
She
If I
always
could,
She served
I
a
like
bunch of
love
looks,
it.
so she
Yes.
served all the looks in this. Like,
yes, the hair from the
Mhm.
She has
hairstyles,
to.
the makeup,
Yes.
the costume,
Come on,
everything.
she was America's Next Top
good.
Model. Of course, she gonna have to
Yes.
give
Look at that.
face and
Even a
That
little
part.
belly.
Look good
all
though.
the time.
Face
Oh,
beat, hair beat, all things.
Yes.
Marcel,
Attitude is
it
on
matters.
10.
Yes. With that being
Even her
said, y'all,
little gown was cute. The little purple gown.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah, I
yeah,
like
I
that
told
one
y'all like
too.
that. She was
Yeah,
nice
that
and silky and sexy, and I'm like, okay, man.
We
let me
should
get
start
my
Yeah.
rating like the outfits every week. Like what do we
Uh-huh.
give like them overall? And at the
Yeah.
end, then we pick the best episode that she had all of the great outfits.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Well, that
fun.
could be a
Alright,
separate
y'all.
episode.
All right, y'all. With that being said, I know I got 2 E's in prediction. With that being said, I want to know your next episode predictions. I know what I did. I be messing up sometimes, but I know what I did. We're gonna start
I'll
with
do
Nita.
that too.
Okay, let me know your
It
predictions. Let me
happens.
know your predictions with Madam. And then go ahead and let everybody know what you got coming up next. Nita?
Okay. So for me, I have Argyle. It's a new movie that came out last week in the movie theaters. I went to go see it, and I have a review that is coming up shortly. I also have Reality Talk TV, so I'm covering Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine, and things of that nature. And also, to me and Moochie, we have a segment coming up where we are going to be giving our commentary and reaction to some of the pieces of the Club Shay Shay. I hate that name. Let me just say that Shay Sharp's interview with Monique, the comedian. Okay, so we'll be doing that, and then also too look out for us for the Wendy Williams documentary. We'll be doing that, and I should have let her announce that because I think she's taking over that one on her channel. So anyway, thank you for having me. Bye, y'all.
Absolutely, y'all. Listen, anybody else? I mean, not anybody else, but then we're gonna go with Candy Love. What do you have coming up, and do you have any predictions for the next episode of All the Queens Men?
Predictions. I'm not a predictions person. But I am working on my Ruthless episode 14. Episode 14? I might be off. Yeah, my Ruthless episode 14. And that's all for me. And anything else the ladies have that I'm collabing with them with, just have your notification bells on and you'll see me. And I think I'm going to do Usher live, my reaction, me and my daughter. Yeah, we're trying to work on our yeah, we're going to do that. So check on your notifications around the time the halftime show comes up. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes.
And Candy, are you this logo that or this design that you got up here? Are you selling those t-shirts? And if so, where can people find it?
You message me. I can. It wasn't an idea, but I had to do like 10 of them today. So yes, I can sell them. You can email me at ladye4577@gmail.com, and I will respond to you, let you know how to purchase.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Tamika's Den. Any predictions, and what do you have coming up next?
Sorry, y'all. I don't know. I just want to know what's on that daggone video, and I want I want that if the daddy-in-law, big boss is coming, then come on, do what you got to do. But as far as what I got coming up, it's going to be Sisters, the Oval, everything with the ladies, of course. Hopefully I'm feeling better. And that's about it. Keep your notifications on. Stay tuned. Thank y'all for having me. It's fun as usual.
Feel better, Tamika.
Feel better.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming through, even though you weren't feeling your best. Absolutely appreciate it. Okay, to Moochie, talk to the people. Lay the hammer down. I'm loving that logo right there.
Thank you. What I got going on, y'all, tune in tomorrow at 9. We will be doing foreshadowing moments and what's next for season 4 of Raising Canaan. We're going to have some trivia. We're going to be doing a lot of little fun things tomorrow. So come through tomorrow. And Tuesday, we will be doing High Town trailer breakdown, predictions, trivia. You know what I do. Also, on next Monday, the same time I usually go for Raising Canaan, 9, we will be discussing Kings from Queens, the Run DMC documentary. We're going to be doing that in 3 parts. Tune in for part 1. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. All right, y'all. And next up, the one and only, my girl, EJ, the TV Jockey girl. Talk to the people, sis. Let them know what you got going on.
Hey, yeah. So, I think I just put my video up about Raising Canaan. I finally got that up. I don't know. I think we just been passing around this sickness because I was not feeling well for the last few days either. So I hope you feel better, Tamika. But I got that coming up, and then what's today? Today's Sunday, Monday. I think we're doing something on Monday. I think Moochie might have just talked about it. But we got our Raising Canaan on Monday, and then I think I'm wrong. That's next week. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my schedule in my head. But other than that, just keep your notifications on because your girl is a little slow today. I really don't know. Ruthless. I got to put my Ruthless video out. So I'll get that out. And then we got our Ruthless live on, when is it, Tika? Wednesday. Yeah. Just keep your notifications on, y'all.
That part. Absolutely, y'all. This is always a fun time. I love kicking it with these ladies every Sunday that we have the opportunity. I appreciate everyone for coming in, tapping in with us. Definitely, as far as my prediction for All the Queens Men, I, again, like everybody else, just wants to see what the heck is on the phone that Madam is looking at, and then I want to see if they're going to quit playing with us. Like, not only are they playing with Madam, but they're playing with us. Like, give us some concierge. Like, give us, even if it's the tip of his nose or his eyebrows or his lips, just give us some concierge. Let us know where he's actually located, and just let us see his face, even if it's just one time. With that being said, I do have I'm sorry, y'all. We on All the Queens Men. I got Tyler Perry's Ruthless recap coming up. I've got the Oval recap coming up as well. And I'm going to be doing on Valentine's Day. Since I don't have my own Valentine, I guess the world could be my Valentine. I will be talking about My Valentine Wedding. That is a film that stars Shakita Smith, who was in Wicked City. It also stars Travis Cure, also known as Bobby Baby from The Oval, and one of my favorites, Jeff Logan from the one and only Double Cross series. He is so fine. If you guys have not seen Double Cross, I suggest you go ahead and check it out. But anyway, you guys, that's it. That's all I have going on. And of course, Ruthless Roundtable with VKJ TV. We're absolutely looking forward to talking about Ruthless. And I see Tamika Candy has something pretty that she wants to show everybody. So I'm gonna bring her back on the screen real quick, and then we're gonna be up out of this thing. Hold tight. I'm mute.
You on mute, Candy.
I'm mute. Okay.
Shirt and cup. Ew.
Ew.
Yes.
Nice. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all usher gear from Candy Love. Make sure you tap in with EJ the TV Junkie. She be playing. Y'all check out Strictly Opinionated. She come up with some of the dopest things, decals, anything that you could think of. Check her out. Make sure you're checking out Nita the Diva. She definitely has the reality reviews and so much more for you guys. Tamika's Den, she's like the calm place that you go when you want to zen out on some stuff. Definitely check her out, and definitely go lay the hammer down over on Muchilla's review, y'all. So thank y'all everybody so much for tapping in and tuning in with us, ladies. Shout out to the audience. Young boy, we see you all. Let's see them real quick. Viney Love, thank you for tapping in. Crystal, thank you for tapping in. Monique 69 Waves, thank you for tapping in. There was so many of you guys. I could not go through every single name, but thank you for your dedication to kicking it with us every Sunday here at Virtual Club Eden, where Club Eden is absolutely a vibe, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have an amazing night. Stay ruthless. Peace. And we're out of here.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Oh, I like that. I really like that. That was hot. That was hot.